We got Game 3 of the World Series as the Detroit Tigers have a 2-0 series lead. Things are looking rather good for them, but the Cubs still have a chance, as the Tigers did win both games on the road, and the Cubs would love to win a road game of their own. Pitching for Detroit is Jon Gray, who in 2 postseason starts is 1-1 with a 5.14 ERA. He's been solid, but not great, as Javier Baez going down on the slider, getting the corners painted. And then Ian Happ will go down on a slider of his own. Now in the second inning for Anthony Rizzo, who places it perfectly. Maybe could have been a home run. He had the aim, but if it just hit the foul pole, if it was a little bit deeper. But he will take the triple instead, so no outs. Runner on third for the catcher, Willson Contreras, who's shopping gap, as that one didn't really go too high, but it had a lot of distance. And Contreras, who's pretty speedy for a catcher, gets a triple of his own, and the Cubs would strike first. They make it 1-0. Addison Russell, the girlfriend hitter, swinging and missing, didn't hit the baseball like he hit his girlfriend. And then Fernando Tatis gets the flip to shortstop, so the Cubs only get 1 run off of the Contreras triple, but they do have the lead nonetheless. Third inning now for Albert Almora Jr. as Yasiel Puig did not hustle for that ball, not one bit. Johnny Hustle, not his cup of tea. Batter after that would be Chris Bryant, who gets a single of his own. 2 on, no out for Ian Happ, who would strike out again, his second strikeout of the day. And then Anthony Rizzo would strike out as well. And why not have all 3 of them strike out? Third time's the charm. There's Willson Contreras. Pitching for the Cubs is Adbert Alzolay, 27 starts of the regular season, 9-7 with a 4.6 ERA. Has not been in a postseason game so far, as Fernando Tatis would swing and miss. Now 4th inning for Jason Hayward, and he would get that one overhead if Yasiel Puig run would score, and the Cubs would take a 2-0 lead. But Javier Baez would ground it to second. But wait, Paul DeJong, the shortstop, decides not to flip it to first, but it wouldn't matter as the next play would be a double play. No additional runs scored, 2-0. As Yasiel Puig up at the bottom of the 4th, he gets a base hit. The Tigers haven't been able to score yet, but they have hit the ball somewhat well. However, Paul DeJong would strike out. Now 2 on, 2 outs for Bobby Bradley, who hits a single. And Jose Abreu, that one's a bird. It's a plane. It's a warning track power, not quite deep enough as Kyle Schwarber makes the catch. But that one would be deep enough. That's what my girlfriend told me, at least last night. I hope it was deep enough. But it was for Ian Happ, 365 feet, making it 4-0. As Jason, hey, what are you not swinging at? Jason Hayward looking at an easy pitch. Now Albert Almora Jr. up. That's why he's a junior. If he was a senior, he would have lassoed that ball deep, as the right fielder misses that one for Josh Bell. Bell has made a lot of great base hits early in this World Series, but he's made a number of boneheaded plays, as he had a base running error in the 1st inning, had another one there. Now in the 6th inning, Yasiel Puig, next batter after Mr. What's-His-Face Bell, he would get that one off the base, and it would be a base hit. Wouldn't really matter. And then I showed some fans being all happy, even though their team is down 4-0 in the World Series. Doesn't really matter, but Bobby Bradley, more high than a drug dealer in the border. As Bradley, that one went really high. I think it went over the moon and somehow curved fair, as Alejandro Alonso makes the rocket shot catch. Now in the 9th inning, Josh Bell and George Springer both chasing after it. Who will make the catch? It'll be Springer who makes the catch. And here comes Andrew Miller, the former New York Yankee and Cleveland Indian, on for the save. Has not been too good of a postseason. 16.2 ERA through 2 games. As Alejandro Alonso, who struggled in the World Series, keeping Detroit alive with a double, as he doesn't try to round third. But then the batter after that, Jake Rogers. The Tigers decide not to put in a pinch hitter for Rogers, who's one of the liabilities of their lineup. And that's how this game ends. Cubs win it 4-1.
Hey, man!